From Trinity Pawling School in Pawling, New York, this is Memory to Video Productions coverage of NEPSAC JV boys hockey. Today it's the Salisbury Crimson Knights with a record of 1-2, visiting the Trinity Pawling Pride with a record of 1-0. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Feely alongside Daniel Wilson, ready to bring you the play-by-play story. Daniel, this is the fourth game in 5 days for Salisbury. They're 1-2, have lost their last two. Meanwhile, Trinity Pawling at 1-0 and got a hat trick from Joe Porto in their 5-2 win over the Gunnery in their season opener, but that was 5 days ago.
Yeah, when you see the scheduling, Salisbury has had a very busy schedule to start off the season, going off with 3 of 4 days being game days. They've got to be tired, but when you got Trinity Pawling having a fresh set of legs after 5 days, this may be a challenge for them, but we're going to see how Coach John Siff handles their team. He's going to have to try and mix it up and try to handle the energy management.
Yeah, it's always a challenge when the only saving grace is that's not a triple back, certainly, but with a 5-2 win in their first game, Trinity Pawling certainly with offensive prowess to possibly make this one a runaway, and we hope we have a competitive game and it won't turn into that. So Salisbury going right to left in the white jerseys with crimson numbers, and Trinity Pawling going left to right in the gold and blue. There you see Coach John Siff behind the bench for Salisbury. And it looks like it will be Rowan Palin to take the opening faceoff for Trinity Pawling against Parker Damon, the sophomore out of Lithia, Florida. Just waiting for the officials to give us the go-ahead. Goalies are ready. And we are underway here at Trinity Pawling. Face-off controlled by Salisbury. Up the left side, out of the reach of Brady Wambach. And Trinity Pawling takes control. Up the right side, and this will be offside if Salisbury doesn't tag up, but they do. Good forecheck here by Salisbury, turned around the other way. Up the far side boards. And it'll be mishandled, actually, by Kamenet. And that along the end boards. Nice dangle move shot will be lifted off the stick of Mykola Kravchenko from Kiev. Puck intercepted at center ice by Palin. Out there for a pretty long opening shift. Up the near side boards into the neutral zone, broken up temporarily by Noah Frankel. There's Palin again, he'll dump it in, and it looks like there will be at least a partial change for Trinity Pawling. Intercepted in the left wing circle, tapped in on goal, and they score. Joe Porto again, no surprise, and it's 1-0 Trinity Pawling. 13:41 to go in the first period.
This came really close. It looked like it hit off the inside of the right post, but with everyone digging in, that just makes it an easy tap in. But the goalie did everything he could. He was already committed to his butterfly. Not much he could do to react to that.
Yeah, David Moss is the only goalie on the Salisbury JV roster, so of all the players, he might be the most exhausted in this 3 games and 4 day stretch for Salisbury. So 1-0 Pride early in the first period, and now maybe a chance again for the Pride as they bring it in below the goal line, but steered aside by John Patrick of Salisbury. Kept in at the blue line at the left point, around the end boards, waiting for it at the right point is Edison Wren, but it hops off the stick all the way back to the Trinity Pawling end. No icing here. It'll be handled by Sean Wyman. Wyman up the left side and intercepted in the neutral zone, backhanded into the zone by Cohen Lowry, sophomore out of Westfield, Mass. Chopped down at the blue line, Bounces just out, stays in the zone, actually. Good heads-up play there by George Haynes to keep it in the zone, avoid an offside. We're off the side boards, out of the reach of Nick Perugine, and all the way back to the Salisbury end. Oh, a turnover at the blue line. Dangerous spot there. Perugine came up with it, but the Salisbury defense gets back in time to prevent an odd man rush, and now they gain possession, thrown up the left side and intercepted by Wren. Kept in at the blue line by Michael Blaemeyers, out to the diagonal to the opposite side. Chopped at and out to the left point. Delays the shot, is blocked, and Salisbury able to clear, but not for long as Blaemeyers throws it back into the zone. Trinity Pawling tags up. 11:37 to go here in the first period. Up the right side, stalling at the blue line. They try to connect with Wren, but it's intercepted and thrown over to Zas. Ferraris in the corner, throws it around the end boards. Over to Perugine, now carried below the goal line. Chopped at, and Salisbury trying to get something of an offensive set going. A shot from the left point by Zas is saved, and it comes into the Salisbury zone. Trying to make a dangle is Perugine. He cannot complete the move as it's poked off his stick. Out to neutral ice, chopping at it is Hopkins for Trinity Pawling, and it'll be thrown back in deep. There for it for Salisbury is Zas, intercepted in the middle of the offensive zone. Shot from the top of the slot is steered aside. Pass out to the neutral zone. Now maybe a chance here for Kravchenko. Tried to take a shot at it, bounce off stick, turns around, takes another shot. This is wide left. Taken over by the Pride, and not for long. It's chopped at. Out to the blue line where it's backhanded in and going off for a change is Nate Broll.
I think they're going to be needing a whistle soon because they are getting tired. They've been going about 3 minutes since the last whistle.
Here's a chance for Noah Frankel. Shutting the door. Where the Pride comes all the way back to the Salisbury end. And you saw the linesman saying no icing, so we play on with under 9.5 to go. This is Salisbury has been able to get changes, but you still need that extra 30 seconds or so to catch your breath between whistles. Credit to Salisbury, though. They're playing through this strenuous stretch of nonstop play. And Dylan Payne, number 23 in white, had a nice little chip in at the blue line, but comes back to the Salisbury end. Now to neutral ice. And Trinity Pawling will take possession. Over to Wren. Around the end boards, waiting for it up there is Kamine. Wren goes down on a big hit, no call. Now they try to play it into the slot, but it's intercepted by Trinity Pawling, but the pass is a little too strong. It'll come back to the Salisbury end, but it doesn't make it as far as the goal line. So no icing, and we continue to play on with 8 minutes to go in the period. Walking in for a shot from the right wing circle. The save made by Marcelo Saviano. Haven't had to call his name much today. Up the left side for James Bastone. Throws it in on the diagonal. Chasing it down is Ferraris. Ferraris meets a wall of white jerseys, and it's kept in at the blue line by Wiener. Jacob Wiener tries to get a shot off, goes down, no call. Backhanded off the sideboards, kept in at the blue line temporarily by Potter, but lifted out of the zone by Trinity Pawling. Now trying to get an opportunity here is Porto. He works his way in, and it's stonewalled by Moss. Porto with another opportunity on the doorstep for his second goal of the game.
It's a good way for us to rebound after giving up that goal.
Yeah. There's Porto, mishandles the puck, gets it back off the self-pass. It ricochets off a Salisbury defender. Now walks in, gives it up on the left post. Not there, trying to connect with Will Fabry. 6.5 to go in the period. Fast-moving period, no penalties, just one goal. We've had maybe one face-off. Finally, let's show the replay of the Porto goal.
Yeah,
he almost had the first time.
Yeah, it actually hit right off the post, and it just landed in just the right place. But the good news for Salisbury is that they're going to go on the power play.
Yep. It's going to be Michael Blameyers going into the box. So Salisbury's reward for toughing through that sequence is a power play. And we're going to have a whistle as we're going to redraw.
They give credit to Salisbury after over 6 minutes without a whistle. They've had a lot of possession time. They just have not been looking for any of those lanes. They keep getting blocked up.
Face-off controlled by Salisbury. Shot from the right point goes wide left of Saviano. And this will be cleared out of the zone by Trinity Pawling. .108 to go on the power play. All the way back and cleared once again by Trinity Pawling. On the left wing circle, it's Kravchenko, tries to wrap around. He is stalled. Wambach's there. Out to the blue line, and unfortunately, Salisbury's going to have to tag up. Salisbury gets it back into the zone, try to get a pass on the left post, and they fumbled the shot, and it's all the way back to the Salisbury end. And a dangerous spot there for Moss handling the puck with a wide open net. And back the other way comes Salisbury. Saved at the blue line. Battling for it is Gallagher. Gets out of the blue line for the one-timer that is saved, and the rebound is not there. Great save there by Saviano. Penalty time is up. Walking in is Zass. He takes the shot, goes wide right. Now a chance here for Salisbury. Nice move there by Kamene, and he gets it lifted off his stick. Power play time is up, and this will be frozen by Saviano for a face-off. 4:21 to go in the period. Still 1-0 Trinity Pawling on the early goal by Joe Porto.
Salisbury has had plenty of possession time, but Trinity has been having more quality chances on net. And I would say that would be more contributing to the stick work that we just saw with that pass to the center, but good anticipation to cut off that lane.
Face-off controlled by Trinity Pawling. They play it up the right side. This will go not for icing. as Andrew Hill works against his man in the corner. Out to the left point, around the end boards. We hit 4 minutes to go in the period. Shot from the right wing circle, denied by Moss. And thrown off the sideboards, waiting for it, having to now chase it down, is Henry Hopkins. No icing. Now pass into the slot, one-timer, not there. Saviano shuts the door. Another chance for Trinity Pawling. Their possession has improved as the game has progressed, but still unable to come up with the equalizing goal.
That was Salisbury's best chance yet. Colin Lowry was setting up point blank right in front of the goaltender, but great anticipation to shut that down as Trinity still holds on to that 1-goal lead.
3:33 to go in the period. Left wing circle faceoff won by Salisbury. Fired in deep by John Patrick. Now taken over by Trinity Pawling. Thrown off the glass. Patrick tries to chop it down out of the air. Thrown back into the zone by Haynes. Now battled for behind the goal. Nate Bach throws it out of the zone. All the way back to the Salisbury end. Waiting for it there is Kiley. All players take a tumble at the blue line, and Salisbury will enter the zone up the middle. Not much of a passing lane there with all 5 gold jerseys blocking the pass to the left side. Now the outlet pass hops off the stick of Bach, and it's turned over. Uh-oh. Nobody started the clock, apparently, so hope they caught that in the rink.
Nonetheless, you see that move by Kravchenko, just dancing around everyone on his way to the goaltender. That was some great moves.
And a shot right off the face-off on the left point by Payne is kick saved by Saviano. Back the other way come Trinity Pawling. And Kraft got spun off the puck. Will be thrown out of the zone, intercepted, by Palin. Salisbury able to get it out of the zone finally. And a good poke check will give an opportunity to Blaemeyers for the big shot that misses the goal. Now maybe a 3-on-2 here for Salisbury, putting on the brakes, getting checked off the puck, pass to the left post, not there for Wambach. Out to the left point, hops off the glove of Wiener and out of the zone, so Salisbury has to tag up. That'll give Trinity Pawling a chance to settle down. Up the right side for Kamene. An intercept at the right point for a shot that is saved by Saviano. He keeps it alive. Ooh, big hit late in the corner there. Knocks the stick. Good hit by Avery Ferraris. And out of the zone. Chance here for Leo Pace. He gets spun off the puck, however. 1:42 to go in the period. Still 1-0 our score. Still Joe Porto's goal, the lone tally.
Oh!
Trinity Pawling trying to come away with a clean possession, but there to slow the progression as Wiener tries to get it in on the right wing circle. Nothing there. Back the other way come Trinity Pawling in a 3-on-2, but this will be thrown in off and around the end boards as we hit 1 minute to go just about. Out to the left point. Shot is ripped out of the air by Moss with under a minute to go in the period.
We're seeing a lot of the hitting picking up. There was a couple of big hits on both sides. We just saw one right on the Trinity Pawling blue line. We'll see how this goes as we go towards the intermission.
Out to the left point after the faceoff win by Trinity Pawling. Shot is blocked, comes out to center ice. Backing up into his zone, and the pass of the Salisbury front line swarming around him, and now Perigine. Perigine forced below the goal line by Bastone, turns it around. Batted at it, center ice, thrown into the zone by Pawling. Now a scrum in the near far right corner, out to the left point. Now the shot from the slot, kick save made by Moss. Time running out in the first period. Come all the way back to the Trinity Pawling end, no icing. Pass up the right side with 1 second to go, and that'll do it. Again, it's Joe Porto's goal early in this first period. The lone tally is Trinity Pawling leads Salisbury 1-0 after 1 here on Memory to Video Productions.
I do feel that both teams did have a strong showing. Now, Salisbury definitely had the advantage in the possession game, but Trinity Pawling definitely had more quality chances on net. That lone goal was just the puck landing at the right place at the right time, just off that post and on that open side. So as far as what Salisbury is doing, if they can try to open up a lot more of those lanes, I think they'll get more quality chances.
Trinity Pawling looking to make it 2 wins in a row to begin the season. Salisbury again playing their 3rd game in 4 days to begin, 4th game in 5 days actually to begin the season, and they are 1-2 to start, and not much time to rest in that period, as we went a full 6 minutes at one point without a whistle.
Yeah, it was at least 6 minutes, and you got to give credit to both of them for the endurance that they had to show for that time span.
So the team switched sides. Salisbury now going left to right in the white jerseys with the maroon numbers, and Trinity Pawling going right to left in the gold with the blue, or in the red in some of the players' cases. Face off to begin the second period, won by Trinity Pawling. Pass up the middle, delaying his entry into the zone. I believe that was Luke McKanka. We have a 16 on the ice. I don't have on the Trinity Pawling roster, but this will come out to the left point. Brendan Feely, no relation. Plays it out in front, carried out to the right point, waiting. The shot there is blocked, and now an odd man rush here for Salisbury. 1-0 with the goalie, he scores! George Haynes ties it.
Salisbury had a risky setup there. There was 3 forwards set up in front of their own net. However, it works out perfectly for Salisbury as they had everyone along the blue line, which sets up that breakaway for George Haynes. This one is a no-doubter. He just picks that top corner. Perfect shot.
So 2 goals early in their respective periods, and we have a 1-1 tie now. George Haynes, a freshman out of Old Greenwich, Connecticut. Face-off won by Trinity Pawling. Shot is steered aside by Moss. And Salisbury comes away with possession. Now here's another chance. This shot goes wide left by Wambach. Boy, another quality chance for Salisbury, this time to take the lead. Now they turn it over. Here's a shot from the slot. A kick save again made by Moss. Boy, Salisbury, I don't know what happened between periods, but they have come out with a purpose offensively. Turnaround shot from the left wing circle, fanned on, but kept in at the blue line, along the blue line, but just trickles out. And it'll have to be Ferraris waiting for his team to tag up. Off the left boards, out of the reach of Nate Bach, and now turned over to Salisbury. Backhand pass along the blue line. Play is onside, but it was just off target enough that Salisbury will have to try and battle for this puck back, which they do. Shot from the right wing circle, misses the net. And carried up the near side boards, thrown back in by Payne, and around the end boards and all the way back to the Salisbury end, where it will be covered up by Moss. Not taking any chances there, and a face-off in the offensive zone for Trinity Pawling.
Well, you notice right away that Salisbury has been playing a lot more aggressive in this period. We saw how they set up that led to the breakaway. This is exactly what they needed to do. They need to push back.
Taken away by Patrick. Tries to get it out of the zone, and he does, ahead to Moley. Now shot from the top of the left wing circle over the head of Saviano. Now settled down by Hanshaw around the end boards, trying to play it in front. Hanshaw's back in there. Backhanded out to Patrick. He swats it back in deep. 12 minutes to go in the period. 1-1 our score. Trinity Pawling coming away with possession. Now a 2-on-2 here. Defense catching up for Salisbury. Walking his way in the move, and it's denied by Moss. Oh, what a brilliant opportunity for Trinity Pawling to retake the lead. Back to the Trinity Pawling zone. Up the right side now, maybe some space, but the defense is closing in. Shot save made by Moss. Denying Kraft. The second opportunity went wide right, and back the other way come Salisbury. Up the right side, it's Hanshaw. Plays it into the middle. It goes out of the reach of Potter. Another chance in front, broken up by Trinity Pawling, and we have a whistle.
Let's see. It looks like they're gonna. Looks like a penalty to me.
I don't think it's a penalty. It's called a hand pass.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's a hand pass. They're bringing the face-off out to the neutral zone. No penalty. 10:57 to go in the second period. Out to the left wing boards, played around the boards for Feely. Thrown into the middle, one-time shot, and Feely got his stick in the middle there to lift that one away from Haynes. Another big hit. Now, at least they've been clean hits. I know that sometimes when the game gets a little too physical, we get into the territory of majors and misconducts. Now back the other way come Trinity Pawling, 2-on-1. They tried to get the outlet pass to Fabry, but it was broken up. Loose puck in the left wing circle, able to come in out of nowhere and keep the possession alive is Ferraris. And along the blue lines, Ferraris is there. Delays on the shot, carries it in deep, takes a hit along the corner boards. And taken away by Salisbury. Up the right side, diving to break up the 1-on-0 chance. And coming away with it again is Fabry. He enters the zone, delays, and got his stick lifted. And all the way back to the Trinity Pawling end. Pass a little too strong for Wambach. 9:15 to go in the period. Shot from a tight angle, saved by Saviano. Carried beneath the goal line. Out to the left point, nobody there as the defenseman was backing up, and now it'll be taken over by Perugine. Now here comes Trinity Pawling on a 2-on-2. Changes behind the play for both teams. It becomes a 3-on-2. Perugine mishandled the puck, and that gives Salisbury an opportunity to clear. Up the right side. Pass broken up at the blue line. Play stays on side for Trinity Pawling. Shot goes off the rear glass. On the diagonal, deflected at the red line. No icing here. And over to Wyman. Wyman reverses direction. Now he's got 2 or 3 Salisbury players converging on him. Hit from behind, no call. All the way back to the Salisbury end. Frankel comes away with it. Now he lays a hit. 2-on-1 scrum behind the goal. We got a 2-on-2 battle in the corner. Trying to pry the puck free. Nate Broll's waiting for it for Salisbury. He tries to battle for it with Perugine. Perugine still has it, takes the shot, and lifted it out of play. Now here's the replay of the goal
You see what makes Trinity Pawling dangerous. They try to create those lanes. They try to break up all the defense that's right in front of them. They have great stick handling. So this is something that Salisbury's got to watch out for.
Outlet pass now for Hanshaw, excuse me. He will pass it in front and mishandled initially by Lowry. He does get a backhand shot in on Saviano, but because of here's another replay. But because of the mishandle initially by Lowry, Saviano was in position to make the save. There's the mishandle that bought Saviano some time. Shot from the left point off the face-off win by Salisbury is wide right. Oh, big hit right in front of the referee, no call. That could have easily been a boarding call, but thankfully the Trinity Pawling player is up and about, so out to the left point, poor Feely takes a shot that runs into traffic, and we got Trinity Pawling player down behind the play. He took a puck to the gut there, and I think he's going to be okay here, but let's take a look. He got elbowed in the basically in the ribs there. That would be Nate Bach. A little slow to get up, but he's going to be okay. No penalty assessed, it looks like. 6:53 to go in the period. So face-off at center ice after the stoppage. Face-off will be controlled by Salisbury, but turned over to Kraft. Kraft on the left side trying to connect with Palin, but Salisbury regains possession, plays it in deep. Into the corner for Hopkins. Needs some support. Gets it from Palin. Palin pries it free. Up the right side, waiting for it for Salisbury is Kiley, and now it'll be carried along the blue line and back to the Trinity Pawling end, where it'll be settled down by Saviano. Up the right side, all the way back to the Salisbury end. I don't think we've had an icing this game, have we?
Not that I have.
No, I don't think we have. No, it certainly makes our job easier, right? All right, around the end boards. Moss is shutting the door on the left post, but there was no shot there to be had for Trinity Pawling. Maybe another chance here in front. A little bit too much traffic in the slot, and that one goes just outside the blue line as it was handled there by Ferraris and carried back in. So that will be an offside. And the face-off will come back to the neutral zone.
You know, they mentioned about how there's been no icings. It's been constant, nonstop action. Now, we've had a lot more shots on net in the second period. Both teams have gone a lot more aggressive. Look out.
Here's another opportunity for Trinity Pawling, but Leo Pace puts it wide right. Back the other way comes Salisbury, giving up for an opportunity for Damon, but it's not there. Boy, you said it. We have all this offensive momentum picking up in the second period, and it for both teams. And you would think with the fluidity of both offenses, especially considering Salisbury's as a save is made by Moss, as Salisbury's tough schedule, you think we'd have a little bit of a higher scoring game, but it's not so. The defenses have been playing well, so have the goalies. Offside here on Salisbury.
No, going back to the scheduling with how they've played 3 games in 4 days, it seems like it hasn't really phased them all that much. They're still playing like they're at the top of their game.
Yeah, but again, you know, with the way the offenses have played, the puck movement and the shot selection here in the second period by both teams, you'd think we'd have a higher scoring game. But like I said, the goalies have been playing phenomenally. There's another save by Saviano as we approach 4 minutes to go in the period. This one goes through the slot to the opposite side. Another chance. It's blocked before it gets to Saviano. Lifted out to the left point. Carried out of the zone. And now a chance here for Trinity Pawling. Shot is saved by Moss. Another opportunity. Moss shuts the door. Now back the other way comes Salisbury. Penalties coming up here. This might be a hook or a hold. Here's a shot. Oh! Wow, what a ripper there by Nolan Hens, the sophomore of East Burn, New York. With the penalty coming up, the extra attacker doesn't end up amounting to much, as he had 3 defenders near him, and wow.
Yeah,
I can tell you from experience. I would too.
Yeah, I can tell you from experience as a goaltender, it's hard to stop a slap shot from the high slide. You have to have just great reaction time there. There was just no beating that one.
Oh, the officials are talking here. Is there a chance? Did you see anything that might result in this goal being waved off? Or
not that I saw. We'll have to wait and see what looks like.
No, it looks like it stands. Yeah, because I don't think Trinity Pawling certainly had possession there. But anyways, it does stand 2-1 Salisbury. Run off the side boards by Ferraris. Reversing direction over to Zass. Scrum in the near left corner. Waiting for it at the blue line. Hand shot, turns it over. A shot from the mid slot by Ferraris goes wide right. Out to the right point for a shot, turned aside by Moss. Back out to Ferraris. Ferraris again on the left side, throws it in. Time running out here in the second period. 2-1 our score. Salisbury with 2 goals in this period. Playing their 3rd game in 4 days. Here's a backhand opportunity, and too many bodies in front. Now back the other way comes Salisbury, thrown off the side boards and over to Edison Wren. Wren had a hard time connecting with his man, but eventually they get it to Perugine, who moves to the right wing circle, takes the shot, it's blocked. Perugine delays. Edison Wren was calling for it. He saw his stick high in the air. on the left side, and now he's battling for it, tries to get a shot off, it's blocked, but turned over immediately and thrown back in. Big hit laid there by Andrew Hill, gets it back into the Salisbury zone. Around the end boards, kept in at the blue line. 1:30 to go in the period. Up the left side, Salisbury looking for another one. Worked into the left wing circle, but broken up there by Trinity Pawling. Now the stretch pass. Backhanded, nobody there for Trinity Pawling, but out of nowhere, it's kept alive by the Pride out to the left point, and Wren is battling for it against 2 and now 3 Salisbury defenders, and it comes out of the zone, out to Desmond, and thrown up the left side. Wren gives up on it, goes off for a change. Pass in front, trickles wide right on that shot. 40 seconds to go in the period. 2-1 our score, Trinity Pawling trailing. Salisbury looking for more here in the waning seconds. Fan pass out to center ice. No icing. Trying to get a diving opportunity there on the left post was Brady Wambach, and it's covered up by Saviano. Take a look again.
Yeah, he tried to catch him napping right there, but good job to anticipate the wraparound and get that pad down. And that's something that he needs to do to try to protect that, to try to keep that lead to 1 as we head towards second intermission.
.11 seconds left in the period. Scrum in the near right corner. This might bleed off the rest of the clock. 2-1 carried away by Kraft, and that'll do it. Salisbury with the answer here in the second period. 2 goals, one by Nolan Hens and one by George Haynes, both in highlight reel fashion.
Yes, Salisbury definitely had a strong answer. Whatever John Siff has told his team, it worked out perfectly. We saw them become much more aggressive on offense, and it just worked out perfectly, setting up the slap shot on that delay call on the high slot. Salisbury is looking very good, but don't count out Trinity Pawling yet. They definitely have that stick handling to try to give them those lanes, so we'll have to wait and see after a fresh sheet of ice.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back with the third period here on Memory to Video Productions with your score: Salisbury 2, Trinity Pawling 1 in NEPSAC JV boys hockey action. Welcome back to the third period of NEPSAC JV boys hockey here on Memory to Video Productions. Sam Feely here alongside Daniel Wilson, as the Salisbury Crimson Knights have a 2-1 lead on the Trinity Pawling Pride to begin the third period. 2 goals in a resurgent second period for Salisbury, both in highlight fashion. One by George Haynes on a 1-on-0 with the Trinity Pawling goalie Marcelo Saviano, then a real blaster from the slot by Nolan Hens to give Salisbury the lead late in the second period.
With that, Salisbury looked very strong in the second period, and I wouldn't expect that many adjustments from John Siff. But the only thing would be that they got to be a little wary of how Trinity Pawling comes on the attack, because as I've mentioned before, their stick handling is among some high skill level, even amongst this age. So this is something they got to be careful when they're transitioning to defense.
Yeah, and we got to remember that when Trinity Pawling scored their goal in the first period, the one by Joe Porto, now that was early in the period too. So, you want to be wary of not allowing Trinity Pawling to pull even so early and then have this be anyone's game for so long in the third period. So Trinity Pawling going left, right in the gold jerseys, and Salisbury going right to left in the white. Out to the left point for the blast that is saved by Saviano and covered up there with Dylan Payne. Well, let's take a look at the replay on Payne's shot.
Salisbury not wasting any time. Slap shot from Payne, and he's trying to use the defenseman as a screen. Didn't work that time, but Salisbury picking up where they left off.
Back out to Payne at the left point. He'll shovel it along the blue line for a blast from the right point that is tipped aside by Saviano. So Salisbury with a purpose after winning the opening faceoff. Payne gets it back as Trinity Pawling is trying to bring it up the near side boards. He flicks it in deep. No icing here. We have had no icing calls at all this game,
which is very unusual, which has made this a fast-paced game.
Exactly, and only one penalty, too. Trinity Pawling setting up their offense, trying to work their way in, and Moss covers up, denying the multiple opportunities there.
This is something that Trinity Pawling has been, it's something that they've been doing most of this game. Most of their scoring opportunities comes in close up on the goaltender, and you see Salisbury trying to box him out on the triple team, trying to protect that 1-goal lead.
Well, the pass was there off the face-off to the right point, but it trickles all the way back to the Trinity Pawling end. Now a shot is saved by Saviano. Loose puck. Saviano's on his backside. He's scrambling to get back into position, and now we've got fisticuffs after the whistle. Oh, jeez.
Well, we knew the physical activity was picking up over the second period, and it's starting to simmer. We'll see if anything comes out of it.
Well, I think one thing that's coming out of it is Will Fabry being sent off, like, to the locker room.
Yeah, it starts off with that shot ejected. Right on net. And then I think what he was upset about was him taking out Saviano. I think that's what he was upset about.
Yeah, and Thomas Hanshaw has also been tossed, both number 5s there. So you can see them both taking swings at each other. And now the question, I assume they're going to have someone serve these majors, or are we just going to be back to 5-on-5 with nobody in the box?
Unless someone's getting a power play, I don't think that's
I don't think anyone would get a power play
say.
in this situation.
Because there's that.
Yeah, you're right. Fabry. Yep.
Yeah. Well, honestly, there wasn't that much contact with Saviano, at least not what I could see. I don't think that. Well, I mean, the puck went in there, but that's not going to count. But in any case, I mean, I understand standing up for your goaltender, but I didn't really see much out of it.
Jeez. Both players getting in right hands. Yes. Looks like 4-on-4. Looks like 4-on-4 to me.
That's exactly what it is.
So 4-minute matching penalties. So we're going to be 4-on-4 for 4 minutes. Well, that's the first time I've seen right hands connected by 2 players in one fight in a high school game. Mostly he's just been face washing, but nice stick work here by Leo Pace, and that's his. Oh, and the Trinity Pawling as tight as Leo Pace stuck to it, and eventually got the pass out to the right post, and that'll be Joe Porto with his second, his 5th in 2 games, and Trinity Pawling has tied it at 2.
See, that's exactly what I was talking about with Trinity Pawling. That stick work is what makes them a dangerous team. It draws out all the defense away from the net, and they take advantage of those close-up shots.
Yeah, and really you gotta admire the how Leo Pace stuck to the play after getting his stick lifted while trying to stick handle his way in for what could have been a highlight reel goal. He got the puck back and fed Porto for the equalizer.
Oof. Nasty spill in the corner.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like there's a penalty called, and looks like the puck is underneath the Trinity Pawling player. Looks like that's Wambach. So
I mean, it looks like, yeah, he had a defenseman on top of him, and he just lost his balance. I didn't see anything malicious about that, and yeah, they're just going to send it to behind blue line.
yeah. Yep, still 4-on-4. We're in the middle of a 4-minute 4-on-4 after Will Fabry and Thomas Hanshaw were ejected for throwing hands after the whistle. Along the blue line and thrown up the side boards, intercepted at neutral ice. Backing up is Perugine pinwheeling around. That would be ran in the neutral zone, pinwheeling around. Now here's a chance for Perugine, takes a shot, swatted away. Now a chance, wide open net temporarily, out to the left point. Shot is deflected aside. Salisbury trying to come away with possessions. We're under 11 and a half to go in the period. And Kravchenko trying to work his way in against 3 defenders. Got it in deep. Salisbury catches up. Now trying to work his way in, taking the shot. Save made by Saviano. Denying Noah Franco. And Saviano will cover up. Take a look at this again.
Now watch his head. You see how he swung his head out towards center? He's reading the play. And then driving it, he anticipates that. Great patience by him and just slides right over it. That's the biggest save that he's made all game to keep this a tie game.
Out of the zone on the right side comes Kamene. Kamene puts on the brakes. Walks back to the blue line, now back in deep. Now to the top of the slot for a one-timer. Save made by Moss. Still a loose puck. Another chance, another save by Moss. And now it's underneath a pile of humanity. And Moss comes in to restrain his teammate from going the way of Thomas Hanshaw.
Yeah. He had flashbacks to early in the period and did not want the same thing to happen to his team. But here's the shot from the point, and here's where it gets dangerous for Trinity Pawling. Right there, point blank, everyone's digging in. You got a whole bunch of bodies piling up, and you're trying to fight through everyone, trying to see where that puck is. But Moss just fights through the fog and just does the right thing and covers up.
Yeah, and it covers up his own teammate. That was Lucas Bergkemper, who he was restraining there. Out to the left point. Trinity Pawling controlling the puck. Played in below the goal line. Salisbury around the end board, trying to connect with Lowry. Intercepted in the slot, but poked out of the zone. All the way back. Still no icing. Up the left side. 2 defenders in front of Bach. Out to the right point for the one-timer, steered aside by Moss. We approach 9.5 to go in the period. Back to the Trinity Pawling zone. Maybe a chance here. But it'll be slowed down in the corner. Stretch pass at the left side. Play stays onside. Trying to work his way in the shot. Oh, that went off the right post! Back the other way comes Salisbury. Shot is blocked before it gets to Saviano. Putting on the brakes is Frankel. Goes down to a knee. Gets back up, tries to battle for it. Out to the right point. The blast is blocked before it gets Saviano. Another chance. Oh! Missed the wide open left side of the net. Taken away in the slot. The shot wide right of net. Boy, Salisbury so close to reclaiming the lead. Pass over the left side. It bounces off the stick of Wiener. Now walking in. Chance off the side. Now a chance from the slot is blocked. And Trinity Pawling finally able to get it out of the zone. 8:20 to go in the period. Jeez. Salisbury just relentless right now, Daniel.
This has been like this since the second period. They have been much more aggressive. That's exactly what the coach is looking for.
Yeah, they were pretty passive offensively in the first period for much of it. I mean, the puck movement was good. They weren't crashing the net as much as they are now, are they?
Well, you see how a big difference that makes. You would think that Salisbury would think about using more of this in the future.
Trinity Pawling will try to settle this one down below their own goal line. For what it's worth, after this game, Salisbury will finally have a little bit of some time to rest. They are off until the 11th when they play Kent. Dangerous spot there, right in front of the crease. Mishandled by Trinity Pawling, but no harm done yet. Out to the right point, the shot. Save made by Saviano. Can't cover up. Up the right side, here comes Kraft. Kraft trying to wrap around, gets stonewalled by Hens. Out to the top of the slot for the shot. The save made by Moss, and he covers up.
Now let's go back towards the other end to see how Salisbury, now they're pitching in. Try shot from the point, and there's a lot of traffic, but you see the rebounds just placed in the right area. Oh, I'm not sure if he got a piece of that on the way through.
Well, 6:10 to go in the third period, still tied at 2. Shot comes in, save made by Moss, loose puck, and they can't connect. The net, left side of the net was wide open again, and that was an opportunity for Trinity Pawling that they couldn't capitalize on. I believe that was Pawling who had the opportunity. And there's a battle below the goal line. 2-on-2 here becomes 3-on-2. Now we have a whistle.
Yeah, someone's lid came off. Likely there's going to be a call here. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It looked like an elbow came up, and then there's a cross check from behind.
No penalties.
No,
wow.
Huh.
You're just going to bring it out to the neutral zone. Interesting. 5:40 to go in the period. And still a 2-2 game. And, three of the 4 goals have been scored very early in these periods. We had the go-ahead goal for Salisbury late in the second, but most of the action has been done early on in the period, and then it becomes a defensive battle the rest of the way, doesn't it? Here's a chance from a tight angle. Goes through the slot to the opposite side. Back the other way come Trinity, Pawling in a 2-on-2. Dangles, drops it off. The shot, unable to get through to Moss. Now he has to make a stop. And now more pushing and shoving after the whistle. And again, reminder, here's the replay.
He went on one skate on that move. They tried to chip it in and trying to draw Moss down into the butterfly, but just not enough control to try to push it in.
So 5 minutes even to go here in the third period. And again, players got to be careful not to go the way of Hanshaw and Fabry, who were ejected earlier in this period for fighting. Now chance right in front, but it goes off the stick into the near right corner. And back the other way come Salisbury in a 3-on-1, giving up to the right side. The shot misses. Turned over at the blue line. Trying to weave his way in for the shot, turned aside by Saviano. Out to the right wing circle. And below the goal line, Trinity Pawling will try to settle it down. A little high and settle down
hustle.
now. It's yep.
A great hustle by Trinity Pawling to break up that 3-on-1.
.410 to go in the period. 2-2 our score. Stretch pass, connects with a yellow jersey, not a white one. This kicks off the Salisbury skate. And back the other way, but this play is offside. Here's the replay of the 3-on-1.
That's it. Now, if you look back towards the blue line, you see that there's going to be a second defenseman coming in. But look at that great dive to break up that play. That is the effort that you make, that sacrifice you make to hold on to that tie game.
All the way back to the Trinity Pawling end. We still have not had an icing this game. Amazing. Pass to the right side and Kraft has it taken off the stick. Back the other way comes Salisbury. Trying to thread the needle in a 2-on-2. Here's a chance. The shot from a tight angle. Shutting the door, Saviano. Around the end boards out to neutral ice. Kraft tries to work his way in. Now it comes in on Moss, and he covers up again.
Well, this is going to be
3 minutes to go. Go ahead.
This is going to be more of a test of how the defense is going to be making their adjustments from this point on. We have seen a lot of odd man rushes from Trinity Pawling, and especially from Salisbury on that last rush.
But the defense has been quick to snuff those out. Out to the left wing circle. Puck bobbled, and now the outlet pass just slowed down a little bit by Wyman. No icing still. There is Kravchenko. Pried free by Trinity Pawling. Up the left side. Being dragged down is Kraft, but no call. I think we're starting to see some tired legs. Oof. Oh, we got a player face down. The guy's be getting up slowly. That would be Kraft. I think he's going to try and come off.
Yeah, it looked like he reached for his shoulder there.
Now a 2-on-2 here as this comes in on Saviano and he covers up. Take a look at that hit.
There was about 3 players that went up against the boards. Let's see who was involved here. Ed. Oh yeah, he got crushed along the boards by Parker Damon.
Yeah, that was Kraft going down. Glad he was able to get up and get off the ice, but 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Trinity Pawling looking for the go-ahead goal. A shot from the left wing circle is turned aside by Moss. Back the other way comes Salisbury. on the right side, thrown in deep. Around the end boards, there for it. And taken away by Trinity Pawling. Saved at the blue line, however, by Wiener, and he couldn't dangle off. Back the other way comes Trinity Pawling. Goes in deep to the diagonal. It's shot from a tight angle. Moss makes the save again. Around the end board, slow down. Traffic in front of the goal. Moss, they're piling on top of each other. And, oh geez.
Here we go again.
Yep. Did I see right that Joe Porto came flying in to jump on top of this pile? Did I see that right?
I thought so. I have to take another look at that. Let's see.
All right, let's take a look.
So yeah,
again.
they're battling out in front. Yeah, he breaks off and lets his partner take over. The puck hits the back of the net, and then
Well, face off in the right wing circle, won by Salisbury. Now a chance for a 2-on-2 here for Salisbury. Pass is broken up. Saviano shuts the door all the way back to the Salisbury end. And look at that, our first icing with under a minute to go in the third period. Let's see if we can take a look again at that 2-on-2.
yeah, it was a partial 2-on-1 actually, but that he just gets enough of a lane to make a move and goes for the backhand, but good anticipation by Saviano.
Right wing circle face off. Salisbury gains control, but taken away by Trinity Pawling. This is a 2-on-2 on the left side, poked away at just the last minute. Out to neutral ice. Again, we're under a minute to go here. .30 seconds left in regulation. Up the right side. Trying to work his way in is Bach. He has it taken off his stick. Out to the right point. Blaymeyers for a shot that was deflected. Kept in at the blue line. Salisbury has possession. Up the left side. One last gasp for Salisbury. And Saviano makes the save as the final buzzer sounds for regulation. Here's the last gasp for Salisbury.
Yeah, connects that stretch pass, has plenty of room on the left side. He heard his teammates say he needs to shoot the puck now. It would have gone high and wide anyway, but nonetheless, good catch.
So one overtime period left. Maybe. So 4-minute 4-on-4 overtime. And if we're tied after this, it goes in the books as a tie. Scrum in the near right corner. Pried free by Palin. Palin battling for it below the goal line. Around the end boards. Trinity Pawling keeps possession. Walking the blue line. Now off the side boards instead of connecting with Hopkins. Now into the middle of the ice. Salisbury enters the zone onside. The shot goes over the goal and out of play.
He was trying some nifty moves there, but it got a little bit too wide of an angle. But I got a feeling that we may see plenty of offense here. We did get a 4-on-4 goal earlier in the third period by Trinity Pawling. So we'll see if they send out that same line.
Face off in the neutral zone, won by Trinity Pawling. Pass over to the left side. Being backed up is Ferraris. Playing on the D-line with Blaemeyers. Back over to Blaemeyers. A little too strong, but he catches up to it. Up the right side, here comes Kraft. Kraft gets steered into the boards. Gets back to his feet. Gets tripped up from behind. Doesn't look like there's a call. He went down about 2 or 3 times there, and he didn't get one call. Bounces off the boards. Now a chance here for Salisbury. Getting steered into the boards is Lowry. And back the other way comes Trinity Pawling. Pass up the right side, and this will be icing. 2:23 to go.
Well, the physicality has been staying the same for quite a bit. It did settle down compared to the third period, but they're going to be fighting for every inch from this point out.
Face off in the right wing circle of the Trinity Pawling zone. It's won by Salisbury. Trying to work his way in. Pass in front, not there. Up the right side, Kraft. Off the sideboards to himself, tries to take a shot. That goes wide left. 2 minutes to go in the overtime session. Hill and Damon battling for it. Now it's taken away by Wren. Wren up the left side. Tries to hit the diagonal for Pace. Pace had the assist on the second Porto goal. Oh, it's right behind him. He missed it. Now he gets it back. It's Wambach, but it's taken away from him. Oh, Wambach had a bit of an adventure there. Player goes down for Trinity Pawling, no call. Salisbury will try to set up. 1:14 to go. Outlet pass knocked down. Kravchenko lost sight of it, but Salisbury keeps possession. Off the side boards, we hit 1 minute to go. Pace enters the zone, puts on the brakes, out to the left point, calling for it on the right point is Ferraris. Now he backs out of the zone. Dropped off for Ferraris, walks in, takes the shot, saved by Moss. Loose puck in front, shoveled 200 feet. This should be icing. It is. 25 seconds to go.
Well, both teams still have a timeout here. I'm not sure if they're going to be using it with 25 seconds left. The Trinity Pawling, they got the stick work. They got the creativity. We'll see how they execute it.
Palin to take the face off for Trinity Pawling. He wins it over to the left point. Broken up in the slot. Kept alive by Feely. 12 seconds to go. Up the left side, kept it at the blue line. Pass goes around the end boards, and that will do it. What a competitive game we had, but it ends in a 2-2 tie. Trinity Pawling and Salisbury, with Joe Porto picking up 2 goals, and that makes it 5 in 2 games for the Pride Star, and a goal each for George Haynes and Nolan Hens for Salisbury. And but really, it felt like it should have been a much higher scoring game than it ended up being, didn't it, Daniel?
Well, there was definitely plenty of offensive scoring opportunities on both sides, but give credit to the defense and definitely the goaltending, which I definitely have to give a lot of credit to Marcelo Saviano for Trinity Pawling. That big save that he made in the third period had kept this a tie game. So I think that he's the reason why we got the score that we have.
All right, well, that wraps things up for Daniel Wilson, our entire Memory to Video Productions crew. My name is Sam Feely. Again, the final score from Trinity Pawling School in Pawling, New York. It is the Trinity Pawling Pride 2 and the Salisbury Crimson Knights 2 in a tie game in NEPSAC JV boys hockey action. Thanks.